Hi there. So our objective as a group was to participate in the process of launching a new product. Ultimately, we're looking to gain experience in the product development process by coming together to develop, design, and commercialize a product. So here's our group. So first here we have Ben, Cody, Jolisa, Sean, and Taylor. So this is what we had to work with. So we were given strict instructions on to use cardboard to come up with a new product to bring to market. So as soon as we got cardboard as the item, we decided that we wanted to jump in the idea generation phase. So we each grabbed a coffee, a boardroom, and started brainstorming. So some of the guidelines that we put in place for the idea generation process was to give give the group 30 minutes of nonstop idea generation. So kind of to encourage that, we decided to turn off cell phones and laptops to kind of encourage more original ideas as well as eliminate distractions. We decided that no idea was a bad one, and we had plenty of paper and pens to sketch out different ideas. So here are some of the ideas that we had. Definitely some were more outrageous than others, and some were increasingly more complex. So we ultimately just broke it down to about 60 ideas. So of those 60 ideas, we knew that we had to get it down to at least 10. So part of our first step in the idea generation process was actually eliminating some of the ideas. So we went through the 60 one by one, and if 3 out of 5 didn't like the idea, based solely on a gut feeling, we eliminated it. We got down to 10 quite easily. We then moved to the idea screening process, and that was to rate each of those 10 products based on how we thought the return on investment, complexity, time, and cost were. So if it had a high return on investment, a low complexity, a low time, and a low cost, then we knew that item would be definitely one to go to market with. So our analysis led to 3 final options, and they were the kissing booth, garbage basketball nets, and smartphone speakers. We decided that we liked the innovativeness and the kind of fun product of the garbage basketball net. So we decided to go with that. So we had this great product, but we were really kind of unclear on who exactly our target market was going to be. So we decided that who could use the product. So we looked at kind of demographics. So we definitely figured that given the product that you definitely would find it in an office. So we thought of going to faculty. Given the time constraints that we had, we knew that not only we're going to be looking for people in an office, but we're going to have to kind of stay close to St. Lawrence College. So we decided to basically narrow that target market into people with an office or instructors with an office in the school. And psychographics, from previous experience doing the Get Your Horns On event, we knew that if you had a really innovative, really excited and eager approach to selling a product, the teachers would receive your product really well and buy it. So the product development and production phase. So we all kind of got together the second day to do the product and production phase. So at that point we were able to kind of get different size boxes and different color boxes and different branding of boxes, just so we can kind of get a better idea of what we had to kind of work with. So we decided that the best way to be efficient was to work in assembly line fashion. So we decided to break it kind of down into creating stencils, and then each person was given a task. So at one point, Jolisa was doing tracing, and then Cody was doing cutting, and then we had Ben doing cutting, and Sean was cutting backboards and nets, and then we had Taylor doing kind of quality checks, making sure that each piece that he was receiving kind of looked good, and then he worked on assembly. So that was our product development and production phase. We ultimately got our final product, which was we called the Super Hoop 2000. So the next step of the production phase was painting the product. So we knew that we couldn't leave it with simply cardboard. So we used some supplies, and we started painting them. And we each kind of had our own twist on how we wanted to paint it. So they all came out really unique and some of them more abstract. So how did we get this item to market? So we decided for our marketing plan that we wanted to kind of position the Super Hoop as a fun addition to your office and encourage recycling. And we definitely wanted our target market to be the St. Lawrence College faculty, and preferably with those that had an office. Our sales strategy was personal selling, going door to door to each faculty member and kind of dividing the school so that and dividing ourselves into teams to go door to door, so no audience was reached twice, which ended up being a really efficient way to get the kind of our sales strategy out there. So issues and adaptation. So during the selling process, we used a garbage bin to model our product, and one of our first customers suggested that we sell the garbage bins with the Super Hoop 2000. So we had the Super Hoop 2000 selling for $5, and we quickly realized that we could charge $5, get a $2.50 markup on the garbage can because the garbage can only cost us $2.50. So we could charge $10 for the Super Hoop and the garbage bin, and then we also had the Super Hoop sold just separately. So our sales. So at the end of the 4 days, we were able to sell a gross sales of $115. So there's a breakdown of some of the products. So we had with garbage baskets, without the baskets, and custom without the baskets. So in addition to being kind of presented with the idea of selling garbage bins, we were actually asked if someone could put a picture of someone's face on the backboard, and we decided, yeah, we'll charge you an extra $5 for it, and it worked. So now we were kind of making the simple kind of backboard into a little bit more complex idea, and it was really well received. So yeah, gross sales $115. So our cost of goods, so our total cost was $30. We had to buy a glue stick, some paint, and of course the garbage cans, which we were unfortunately unable to sell all the garbage cans. So how did we keep track of our metrics to monitor performance? So when we sold, we tried to sell 4 units each. That kind of gave us a little bit of a sales goal. And we wanted to kind of keep our gross margins on the positive side. So as you can see, the backboard without the garbage can, we sold for $5. We estimated the cost was actually 50 cents, so we actually made $4.50 on those items. And you can see that if it had a custom photo backboard with garbage can, it was actually an $11 markup. So this kind of way to look at it really was the best way to keep track of our metrics. So our overall success, so we actually had a profit loss. So we thought things were going really well, and then we kind of remembered that we had to include a wage expense. So we had a net loss of $415. So the key takeaways from the assignment was definitely understanding of the screening process, and a lot of the most fun part of this was definitely the idea generation. And we also learned that great new insights on new product development. Thanks.